Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to make a simple front end for the face recognition. So it is going to be simple for user can upload an email content face with someone and enter the information, and then someone else can go to the website and search for the info with the face and looking for someone else that maybe in already trained in our data. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to open the PyCharm. This is a tool I recommend to you for Python development, and it can help us very easy to debug something. So that is what I recommend. Right, we got so far so good with in the last video. We got a two folder. In this two folder I did train with Barack Obama and with me in this video. And we got another folder, and that is the folder where the user uploads new images which contains face with someone else, and our system will be looking and return the people who is matched with face in image. Right, so I'm going to delete everything here, and we are going to delete this. Right, and maybe in database, and we also need to delete it. So I am going to open SQL Live browser, and now we can select open to our database.db file. So in tutorial and face recognition and app database.db. So click on browse data, and we are going to delete your field and user may delete it. Alright, delete record, and click on face and delete this record. Okay, delete. So now as all the face data already deleted. So click command add on our browser. This means save. Right, so that means no more trained people in our database. Okay, so I'm going to do in this video is to make a very simple, very basic with the front end. Now I'm going to run the app. Okay, so click on that, and now it's our main domain. This is the localhost and port 5000. And when we deploy this to our server, it will be the rules of our domain. So for now, it's only return API with string version 1.0. So let's create new templates for this project. So I'm going to create a new folder is a template. Inside template, I am going to make a new index file, index.html. So in the index file, maybe example type HTML like that. Body, it's very simple, and we got the H1 with the first app title. This is our website title, and it can be face recognition. That's, and we got div wrapper or even container. And here container we do something. So how do we insert up the template to user? Get back to our app.py and remember we did the home page is return it. So let's change it. So first thing I'm going to add some more file right here. So I'm going to import render template. And so we can move up this to API, right? So, and create a new router for home page. So this app.router root slash, and so, and here it should be only allow get methods equal should be an array, but we only get method, and here we define a new function to handle this router. So paste home, right? And we return render template, and should be exactly in the file .html. We don't include the template folder, we just only in index file HTML. Alright, so let's save that, and remember to stop it and start it again. Alright, so I'll move this smaller. And let's see. Now refresh. You got facial recognition that work, and here like view page work, and we got so fast, so good like this. Alright, so I will add some JS library. So we need to do, I will my favorite loadout. So let's include loadout library and jQuery. So I will copy that. Maybe cd copy. Click on cd and copies, and find some link. Maybe, right? Maybe some like that. Collection. I will copy some link right here. HTML. Alright, so we copy all the file loadout.minimum.js file. I am going to create a new folder in static. In static, we store all the file. For example, in create a new file loadout.js and pass all the JS file. We just copy that loadout. And here my favorite is also jQuery. We are using very, and we're not going to use React or any Angular right here, but to make simple for now. So it should be hand code. Right, download. Let's click download, and we can find some jQuery on. Right, let's copy that, and we copy all the scroll file and go to static file. I am going to create new file. Start jQuery, and pass right here. Yes. And one more time, I think we can use immutable JS. And immutable, we can store the user in the collection. Maybe like can find in some CDN. Alright, so let's get some CDN right here. Okay, so copy that file and open in our browser, and should be returned the JS file. Let's copy that, and here and create new file immutable.js. Let's save that. Okay, so one more time we need to app.js. It's in our JS file. And one more time it's the CSS app.css, and here we style something in our application. Alright, so our file we need to create this. Here into index file, I am going to add some. We got head with title, page 0. Maybe service like that. And okay, So I'm going to include right seed as while links routes equal stylist and link to our seed file. It should be WK brackets, and here we got URL4 and static, and we got the file name equal seed update seed. Right, so let's refresh this and let's see what happened in our application. Refresh this and view record to make sure we got app.cdat. That means this work, and I don't see that include in our application. Okay, so one more time we need to include the ZF file script try equal text script, and we got sure equal and should be like that URL4 and the folder same static and stop either. I think we include loadout. Alright, I'm sorry. So let's copy this and we need to one maybe like that, and here loadout immutable the query, and finally app.zayat. So our file app.zayat should be a final, and refresh this. Now go ahead, refresh this. Maybe I see some for. Okay, so we got file name. Maybe like that. File name. And say that again, refresh the app. Okay, so now we got this. Loadout, immutable, jQuery, and our app.zayat. So open console, we can see in the log an error and message right here. So go to the app.zayat. I'm going to make a console.log hello world like that, and say that we don't have to refresh the app because the Zayat file is static and it should be automatic refresh. So we got hello world. Okay, so inside this I am going to make a two tabs. The first one is I should got A2 and train it. So and then we got the form ID equal train. What about train form? Train form does mean we allow user enter with a name, maybe more information, but in the tutorial we only got the name, user with a name, and the face image for pre-training our service. So I got the method should be a port. Right there, plot name equal from item, and got it. We got the input plus label. Label for label first for face image. Face image face. Input. So input type equal file, and the name should be file. Alright, we can ID of input file like that, and we are allowed maybe right. So accept with only we are only p image, so maybe image dot any like that. And let's see what we refresh this. Right, refresh it doesn't work. So we have to refresh the app because it's HTML, and so we got this train it, the frame image, and now we need to allow user enter the name. Finally, so div last name equal from item, and here we got the label. So I forgot the label for should be input file. Its ID it should be exactly the same ID with the input. Equal name, the full name, and we got the input name value refer and type equal text. And alright, so let's see what someone else we need. Maybe placeholder full name. Right, and do not forget to refresh that. Right, so we got the phrase, image, and full name. Alright, so maybe we need to add wrap right here. Div id equal train content, maybe like that. And wrap train content within a div file, and we can change it later. We got to train it, and maybe we can add some text for classical description with a pre-training your our service. And in the real production, maybe this form only allow admin access. That means you have a lot of staff in your company, and you got on camera in the gate, and you only train our system only see or detect our staff member if they are appear in our camera. So this you can, if someone else and go to our office without the frame image detection in our trainers, alright, so it can send me and send to the owners of the company that someone else visit your company, right? So that's the idea. But so for now, this is we are on anyone can train our service with the phrase name and image. So refresh this, and we got something. Alright, should be great. So pre-training our service. Alright, upload an image content phrase. Alright, and give it full name for record later, like that. Okay, so I am going to make some sheet ad for theming. We got container with maybe mark with be to be like that, and now refresh this. I believe it should be the container should be marked with, right? Cool. And so magazine zero order and refresh it to our right card, and I will recommend add the facial recognize inside our container, and should be refresh our app, and it should, and we wait for it. Alright, so to got it. And finally, we should have a form with the submit div last name from action with the button type equal submit. Alright, so we got the name of button begin train. Alright, so let's do that. Refresh until we see it running. Alright, so that means our server is ready to view this. We got the button for submit begin training. And I'm going to give it a little bit see that file from item. We got some margin bottom equal about 15 pixel, and the from item with label maybe font way bigger, and color like that, maybe like that. And now refresh this, we should see the face image much bigger. And so body save that. Right, like that. I want to the face image and full name should be displayed in new line, so maybe this, and label margin eight pixel and display blur. Refer as regards face image and full name should be displayed. And we got input. Take. And we read this style padding. So maybe like that. Border. So list and right now let's see what error we got like that, and maybe like this. Right, so bigger. Okay. Right, maybe like that. Got this. And so I don't want to give this a border. Maybe it's not good. And someone with the form action with the submit with the button. Alright, guys. So let's copy the background color and padding. Maybe 8 pixel with background should be white. Now refresh, we got it, we've been training it. And dot this may be font size to be smaller. Right, so this maybe it's included with 12 pixel. Alright, so guys, and that should be enough. I'm going to implement something like the matrix deep class equal matrix, and here we display something like example class equal success, and here maybe as0. Alright, training process has been done like that, maybe like that. And here we need to steam something, right? Those matrix should be success. Like that. We give this padding 10 pixel and be alright, maybe border 1 pixel. Let's wait, maybe. Alright, so we got some color, flash color UI picker, success color, maybe this. Alright, copy. This, use this. Right, and arrow like that. We got the color for arrow danger, maybe like this. Okay, so we got in now. Okay, so let's refresh the application, and so we got so far. Okay, so app reload, and now let's select it. So this is the matrix for success. And I believe we should have color. It should be the same successful color. Alright, so I like this color. So we got so far with the simple UI and it changes. Alright, I'm going to call to a backend. We write a new JS file. So in this case, that means we enter, for example, my name and select some image for begin to train, because for now our application in our memory is empty, and that means no one already trained in our system. So for example, I select an image contain my face, and for train, and we submit. And now the submit is not allowed because we call the form submit directly to the from home page, but the home page we only allow get. So here we do like this. So we got so far in the train content, and the method is the post, and ID is train. So let's copy the form ID train and go back to our app.js. So and here I am going to do like this. So we got where train data equal should be an object, default for the name is an empty string, and file should be null. Default we don't have any file, select. Alright, so we got like this, and document, and this is a query document ready with the function here. Now we do listen the form train submit. So we got the ID of the form train. Let's copy the train ID, the form ID train, and here we listen train, or even you can do like this, form train, like that. Dot submit with the function, and here function is should be even. And now I'm call this to disable the form reload, and here we can call by even.prevent default, and now we can make a console log right here, console log for me to submit it, and we can train data and should be the empty. Here let's see, refresh the I'm sorry, so refresh the app right here. Alright, so let's do this by submit this. Oh, maybe try this and on submit. Got the form ID train, document ready, form ID, maybe train 11.7 default. Alright, save that. And I will make some modify, and we don't have a matrix. Let's keep app matrix is empty and refresh the app. Okay, so again refresh this, and I am going to submit it. So you should see the form is submitted with the file object is a null and name is an empty string. So how do we send to our backend? So remember the backend we did. In the backend should be a port method with API and train. Remember like that. This is the API we did for training a new email with container phrase and username. So right, so here we make to when the file change, and I want to do like this. Routine. Listen for the from submit and make a new comment right here. Listen for file name for a file add, and so use a jQuery with the ID. Remember our input file. Let's copy this. This ID is the input file. Let's copy that, and this should be within in the train form. So the first we can include the train form ID, and then the child of the train form is the input file dot on chain. On chain should be function uneven. Alright, so when the on chain, so here I can add it. Make the console does log a file is add with file e. And here we can call even.targets.file. Alright, so maybe we not need to refresh because we just change in the yet file. So first thing we need to refresh it, and I'm going to select a new file, and you should see a file is the address. Which file? This is object of file name, and we got the size of file, maybe like that. We can make a validation on the front end, but for now I don't need because we already validate this in the back end. Alright, so in this case we can do like this. Remember we just use in the loadout, so I'm going to use the loadout function with train data. Alright, set file object to train data. Right, train data at dot file equal. Alright, loadout function is a guess even targets even, so I'm going to copy that. So default it should be a null. Alright, so I'm going to remove it. Right, we don't need to refresh that. Okay, and I'm going to add a new file, maybe run and roll, and we don't see any log, but until we submit it. Right, sorry. So we got the file with array, but we need only one file as the input. So how we do that? But for now we make a first item like that, 0, like that, and refresh again. Maybe select another file, and we should see a file name with an only single file object. Okay then, and maybe as the input in the page reload, I am going to do like this, and we make a function render. So alright, so and finally at the I'm going to call render to render the app, and inside the render I am going to do this. At the beginning I want to clear all the file, so maybe like this. Input file, let's copy that, maybe input file value equals empty, and name, let's copy that for it. Alright, so we got input. Let's see, form item input. Maybe like this, we only did this form item class, so we dot and then input value like that. So now that means when we refresh this, no, or maybe no, and hello console plug render. Alright, so rendering it work. Dot form item dot input. Alright, so maybe we can call this with document and also like this. Clear the form. Alright, so we need to do that after the document is ready. So after the document is ready, so we can call a function render. That means we can call the function as a bit after the render, like that. And maybe we don't need it anymore. So, and again, I'm going to select this, and we send it to see an object. And now refresh. Okay, so it worked. So as the render after the render clear from data. When the render begins the render, so we clear everything. Okay, so let's get back to our job is sending and train data to our backend. So in the trending for HTTP client request, I am going to use ACO, a new client for HTTP sending. So I'm going to download the free file, copy that, and create a new file in static folder with ACOs. Say that, and pass it right here and save that. And in the index file, I am going to copy that and top of category and ACO. And in this case, we need to refresh the app. Close that and refresh it, and we need to make sure the ACO file is closed. Cool. So for now, let's get back to our app.js when the form is submitted with train data. So that means if we can validate something by if train data dot name and train data dot file, and then we can now do send data to backend API. And otherwise, we can make a request. So I will make a request something like, and this is a matrix. I recommend to make a matrix equal something. By default, I will give it new render and make a new function update. In the updates, maybe we can how we do a matrix should be try equal error, and with matrix equal name and image face image name and face image is required, and the matrix like that, and then we call update. And in the update, we need to render all matrix like I'm going to do maybe or so maybe we do like this update. So we can call the function render a matrix with the first thing we need to check this if matrix, and then we do render matrix. So we got the matrix in our template file, index file should be within this class matrix. So maybe it should an ID. So for now, let's do by this. dot matrix dot html equal should be a p tag and class. Alright, so it should be the matrix. Alright, going to the load function matrix price, and here is the loadout function matrix. Okay, so like that. Alright, so let's refresh the app and see what else. Now I'm submitted. So you should see an warning email either begin training and name and phrase email is required. So I believe when we submit, I think we can do like this. Alright. The method should be begin submit, so method should be equal null. Like that. And we call the update. So that means the update should be final. Alright, so let's do this and see that. Okay, so it worked. And otherwise we do send to our API. So remember our API URL it should be. So I'm going to use ACO.port with the prompt. So train like var form data equal train form data equal new form data. And we got two fields we need to do is train from data appended to first thing is name and should be the train data dot name, and let's copy that, and here we got the file exactly train data dot file. Now I'm going to send to our backend with API and train from data, and then we can see a function response with something else, and we also cast with the function arrow. With function arrow here I can do by set a matrix with the matrix equal type equal arrow and matrix equal. I'm using the loadout function with arrow dot response dot data dot arrow dot matrix. So let's copy that, and default we should a null arrow, and we should call the update. Alright, so ACR. Okay, so here we can do make a function to set the method equal type equal success with the method equal right train has been done user with ID E with loadout function, and here we're going to call response dot data dot ID, and we should call updates as well. Okay, so let's see. Let's refresh the app to make sure everything looks good. So app is running, and let's refresh this. I am going to train this in data. Train for now. I'm going to select train me first. Train my image. This is my image for training. Alright, name, and going to send it. Let's see. Alright, so I forgot the one thing So problem is, I just make on listen for the file, but I didn't listen for the name. Listen. Alright, so here, right here, should be listen for the name change. And so let's get back to that name input with the name right here. I would like to set the ID name field. So we go ahead to copy that and make sure we refresh this. And in this case, we can call say query with ID of name field on change. So with the function even. So on the name chain, we need to set the name to our train data. So that means train data dot name equal using loadout function even get targets dot value, and default we can give it is an empty string. Alright, so let's refresh this. Now I'm going to train my data and give it a name. Begin to train it. Alright, so we got to set the training has been done with the user ID is number 8. So we can open the SQL line and alright, so open the database first. Select to our tutorial for recognition app database.db and see in our database we should see the user. Right, we got the user number 8 with my name and the phrase already saved. Oh, maybe I'm sorry, it should be phrase. Right, when you got the phrase name. Okay, so cool. So that means this is done. Alright, I'm going to make a new tab for train. After train, we need to give the user some recognize. So in the index file, we got this, and I am going to make a new. Let's copy that, and so maybe this div plus ID go with nice. And we got A2. Right, so nice, simple like that. And we got the form method. So right, I copy this and change to recognize. And the method should be same. Input file to ID. So in the recognize, we only allow user send an image. So maybe like this, or okay. So here input. With the ID we should be, alright, should be unified file. Okay, so I got an image. Upload an image and I will tell to you who is in the picture. Maybe something like this, method like that. And so we need to wait something. And so we just connect and make sure we got the method. Alright. Okay, so keep this or refresh this. So we got to, but I want to display in the tab, so maybe like this. I'm going to make a tab in the train bright. So, or even URL list. First thing equal train it, and next should be alright. And we are going to make a theme for this tab. We got the tab and we switch and tab. So give it a seed ad. This should be a seed ad job. So let's do last magazine. List size none. Okay, so maybe it's the magazine. Alright, should be top and bottom should be 10 pixel, 12 pixel, and right and left 0. And list display inline block, maybe inline block, maybe like that. Like high, about maybe about 20 pixel, and font size like that. And okay, so let's see what happened. Refresh this with Wi-Fi running on. Okay, that worked. Alright, so we got it trained and recognized. So I'm going to streaming directly on this, and we got the list. So maybe we can add some maybe in the tab we have bottom, border, bottom, maybe one pixel split width. Maybe like that. Okay, let's see. So we got that. And the lid should be party. Right, maybe like that. And we use font size, font weight. Right, so cool like that. And so if is activate, that means color, maybe if activate, we can give in the different color, maybe like color equal, alright, so success color. Okay, so maybe activate. So in here, so the default, I will want the default app to render, so we can add like this. Tab dot remove class with activate, and then we add the first item of tab first add class with activate. That means default we remove all the activate class, and I'll refresh it up. Alright, so far so good. By default, you see the first tab should be select, and when we click on this, I believe when we click on it, this should be an activate. So maybe like I can do like this for Jackson equal Okay, iterate section equal the default give it train. Iterate section is train. Okay, so and this means the default we can set iterate section from iterate section equal train. That's the default. And when it click, and we made to set in right here. So we use data for train data section. Alright, recognize. And here we set some data section should be train. Alright, so we can set like this iterate section equal, so by default we give it train, but right, so we know this, right? Top maybe the right, so let's do that simple iterate section so we could train for much better. Right, so when we click on the tab, so now I'm going to listen the tab for a click. Listen tab item click on. Maybe line tab lines dot on click equal should be the function with even. So maybe we can do like this. Console first log you are click on section with maybe var this equal this section this dot data section. Alright, so that we have we know or what a user click on section. Refer to app. Okay, refer this. Now click on this. You are click on section recognize. And again you are click on section train. That's how we know user click on which section click on. So in this case we can do like this. Right, let's copy that. Iterate section equal like that. So and here we need to call, maybe we need to call update. This dot sorry, update like that. In the updates, and here we can do by this. And iterate section dot show. And so by default, maybe we need to hide this. So that means the default we can set the display of string content by default maybe style like this. Display none like that. But I don't want to add inline sit as, so maybe we need to display train content and alright, train content and recognize content. We need to change to this train content and recognize content, because you know in the wrapper the ID we need to match it. Alright, so we got train content, refer to app, train content and recognize content. This means I want to set default. Alright, so default train content and that should be ID. By default I would like to display none. That means we hide by default. And let's see. I click on it. So problem is, you know, refer this. By default we don't see any show up. So we go to updates, but we need to do intersection as well. Activate section, then show function updates. Alright, we got a problem right here. So remove this. And here after we add this. So by default we need to do activate section equal train content. And here we call activate section dot show. That run the render at the render function. Now you should see train is show up. And click on this. I need to hide the train as well. And activate section dot show. So before we hide this. Right, this how it works. And we also need to set the seed as far we add to this. Alright, maybe like that. Equal data content equal something like, but I think we can set. So I request. So we gotta go and click on this. Alright, so we don't need this, I believe, when the click on this. So this dots add the first thing, remove or activate class by dot remove class activate, and here we can call by this dot add class to activate. Okay, save that. Now let's see, click on this. Right, so it should work. This is how we make a tab. Okay, so we can make a bit sit at line item. Much better. Alright, click on it, cool. So we did have done train this, and here we click on recognize. So in recognize we upload on some image and detect someone else. Okay, so and here let's get back to our recognize content. We got input file. Alright, recognize input file. So right, do like this and make a new var which data equal should be file. Default give is new. And right here we listen for form train. This is a form train, and here we can listen for recognize from submit. Submit equal function and even right, so make sure we do like this. With recognize data. Alright, save that and refresh it, click on this, and now I'm submitted. So we see the matrix. And but we don't have any image file. So it's the same thing for this I'm going to get back to index file. We got the ID is the recognized input file. So we listen for change. Change, right? Do this. Change should be a function. Even. So we set this by recognize data.file equal. I'm using loadout function get even target.file. Should be target.file and the first item of the file maybe and default give is null. Alright, so let's see. Refresh the app. And now I'm going to upload. Remember, we did use this image for trainers, and here I'm upload a different image. And so we got this file, and we didn't call to our backend. So here need to begin to call this. I'm sorry. Should be so we call this to backend. So ACRs.pod API and should be recognized with data train. Alright, I'm going to do var from data equal new from data and record from data dot append with the file should be a recognized data dot file. Okay, now we send to recognize data. So we can cut function arrow is arrow. We need to send show up to the user with var or maybe matrix equal object try equal arrow with the matrix equal loadout function to get response arrow. By default we maybe like that, and here we call update to update our template, our UI. Alright, successfully we can call set back to the user by make the console here by we for right matches with your face image e response.data. Cool, so install the matrix equal success, and here we got the matrix example maybe like we found a user matches with your face image e. Alright, going to do response.data dot user dot name. Okay. So let's see. Now it should be called to update. Alright, refresh the app. Alright, refresh this. Now we got to train it because I did train with my pre-trained image, and here we recognize my face. I'm going to send a different file than this. Okay, so we found user matches with your face image is toàn cái đấy. This is it can detect with the face image. Alright, so one more time I will need to do something like we need to do upload an Obama. Alright, this is a trend. Maybe I want to do this. Upload this image and alright. right, this is Oma, and train it. So problem is in our backend, we didn't add to the case. And when we submit a new, I believe we should add the memory, the data in our face should be added to the case. All right, so and now encoding phrase. We need to, when the user submit, we add it to cast. But for now, we didn't add it. So we have to manually refresh the app and to make sure our data is reloaded. And so that means now the user ID is us, and doesn't mean our system already remember this person, these people. So let's refresh in our data. We got Obama trainers, and here, so that is the email we did for train our system. And here I'm going to try to select this email, so Obama with which class. Maybe system will not found these people, but I hope. So let's go to the recognize and refresh this, and we don't see any warning or error messages. Upload this. The first thing I'm going to upload Ronaldo. So this is the person we didn't train for our system. So I believe we should see an error. Sorry, we cannot find any people matched with your face image. That's cool. So when refresh this, I'm going to upload an Obama with this. Maybe our system cannot detect him. Let's try. Wow, it can detect Obama in this picture. Really cool. Alright, so that must be great. So we can upload more. Maybe I'm trying to find. So we got this. I'm going to train for Ronaldo. Maybe this image. Yeah, Ronaldo. Right, so maybe this is face for Ronaldo. Let's train him. Right, right. So Ronaldo already in memory. So let's refresh it. So we got Ronaldo, train it, and again I should refresh our app because we didn't implement a new feature, add a new user to the card. So we have to manually refresh. In the next video I will do that feature. Right, for now, so we got the Ronaldo with email. Alright, so let's click on tab recognize. And remember, we use this picture for our machine learning, so it's already learned this phrase is the Ronaldo. I'm going to use a different phrase, so let's search for, and let's search for a different image, maybe like I recommend. Maybe this. Okay, so let's try. I'm not sure, but let's try it. Okay, so now we begin to recognize this picture. We just download it, and let's do. Wow, we found the user matches with our phrase is Ronaldo. It's really cool. So that means we select a different, very different image. So let's try another image. So maybe it cannot. Maybe this picture. Maybe select a handsome and maybe not sure, but maybe this. Okay, so or even this look like Ronaldo. Okay, so save this image and try again. And now, right, the first thing I'm going to upload a very different image. So maybe we can upload another test image like this. And this image is my passport ID and upload it. And now error. So we got a now error again. Maybe a now error. Okay. So that is, it cannot detect any people in that. So upload another image like this. Already we cannot find any people matched with Zoe. Alright, so let's try download and upload the Ronaldo email. We just download and verify him. Alright, it's Ronaldo. So our system can detect a different email. Really cool. Okay, thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.